Hello, hi, good evening, everybody. Hello, Lodral, hi, good to see you again. Yes, I will get right back on what we were doing previously as soon as the stream's over. What's up, Toast? Good to see you. Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing well. I'm this. I'm this. This. Did you work out late? Just finished. Nice. That has to be very gratifying. I'm a little too right now for working out. I had a bunch of people were out sick from work today because of like vaccines and stuff. I had to fill in a little bit for that. Plus had training for new hire. It was really nice. I like him quite a bit thus far, but that makes me anxious having to educate people on what we're doing, and also just the background radiation of waiting to hear about this house we put an offer on. They were supposed to make a decision today, but I get the feeling at this point we're not going to hear anything until tomorrow. I mean, it's after 9 p.m. here, so but if my wife busts in here screaming or crying or something, you'll know something's up, and you'll have some idea what. So yeah, I'm just a little happy to be here. That's what I am. Happy to be here playing more Heaven's Vault. Loader says you suspect, depending on choices, game could be finished tonight. Choices include if you want to spend a stream exploring every path in the nebula looking for artifacts. I will see how I feel later tonight. I'm honestly, like, at this point, I think I'm just really eager to see where this is all going. And I think that's probably overriding any desire to like meticulously pick over the nebula. But again, we'll see how I feel tonight. We may end up doing a bunch of noodling tonight and then putting off the finale until I guess it'd be next week then, wouldn't it? What's up, House? Now I'm watching you from my new chill place. Congratulations, boy. Moving. I envy you being done and dusted with that. We'll warn you if you're approaching a point of no return. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, just a very exhausting time for me right now. Live kind in the hood, apparently. Think of all the exciting adventures you'll have there. Pretty interesting neighborhood. Yeah. I'm trying not to think too much about the house we put an offer on, because it is a long shot to get that place, but I'd really kind of like it. Super good Mexican hole in the wall down the road from you. Ooh. I like the sound of that. We actually had homemade tacos for lunch today. That was very nice. But I was so like anxious about everything. I couldn't eat the giant pile of tacos I normally eat. I just kind of held back a bit. Brigida, what's up? Question: at one point in the last week, you were at a spot where you thought they might have changed rebels into robots. Was that ever confirmed? Love following it. You know what? Let's look that up. Let's get in. I need to hold the controller. It is a smart thing to hold the controller. That's right. We left off on Elbereth after bringing the kid back from the market moon. All right. It'd be under solve. Oh god, nope, wrong button. I guess there's not really a way to look up specific words. Do I remember? Okay, so there should be something around here. Okay, so all right, so Brigida, I think we confirmed robot. Yeah, I think we changed robot. I think we changed rebels to robot, and that was confirmed. I was thinking this one. It was in a place where there are lots of statues and endlessly deep room you couldn't enter. In the Withering Palace. Let's see, how far back was that? Cratered Moon. Withering Palace. At the base. We haven't finished that one yet. This game could use an actual dictionary you could look through. Yeah, I agree. Great. Written in an old book. Ideas give you happiness. Starting to get the feeling that 5 days in, I'm just starting to see the tip of the massive complex system iceberg that is the true face of Cozy Grove. It's been interesting following your progress in that. Yeah, I think we confirmed that it's robots. Come with the supposition that robot brains are actually the minds of rebels. No, we okay. So on Monday, we actually learned quite a bit about that. Let's see, where's the? I need the the timeline. Here we go. So it turns out, from what we can tell, because we found on the cratered moon, we discovered that the robots were keeping humans in servitude. The robots were actually managing the moon mine and forcing humans to serve them. So it seems like the ancients. So the ancient civilization built robots, and then sometime during the Age of Sail, things seemed to flip because that's where the walkways over the cavern were built. It seemed like things might have flipped, and the robots seized control, and we're forcing the humans into servitude, which might be why the Age of Sail is the Age of Sail. I've theorized that humans might have taken to the skies to avoid their robot masters, and then the Holy Empire seems to have flipped it back. Yeah, like the operating panels we found on the moon, on the mining moon, were cracked open, probably to allow humans to use them in lieu of robots. Seems inefficient. Humans are so lazy and break down too fast. Just unlocked a dowsing rod that apparently lets you unearth ghosts. Like, some things need to be near specific kinds of decorations. Shit's getting bananas. Your flowers are sad because they don't like cozy decorations. Oh wow, a blood spirit bird. Yeah, this game has a really cool story. Like, I'm really getting into it. So yeah, that's that. Stone feet 6. None of the other statues we've seen have had feet. Maybe this was not a statue of a god, mistress. Maybe it was a person. You know what? Robots don't have feet. What? What if the ancient gods were robots? Anyway, since we're... Oh, we know the robot Amir was with, spoke a word to the gate. Tried Mayor's before. Kenya. Whoop. Yeah, we'll talk to Arroy and Tappy before we leave. Tappy might have something cool and new for me. We only have two sites on the map left to check. And we're definitely heading to one of them next. Or about life doesn't spontaneously arise, someone had to invent and build them. But couldn't you argue the same about humans? Timur said he learned from his grandmother that the gods were 6 and 1. Yeah. Do you believe the workers are well treated, mistress? I guess some will be. Not all. I've had enough of this place. Humans are descended from complex chemical reactions. Robots could be descended from complex mechanical reactions. You need to be competent to rebuild a robot? That's a pretty strong argument there. Mechanical stuff is invented by someone. Look, we're sailing rivers of water flowing between rocks floating in a nebula. I think they can make up whatever the fuck they want for this. Don't try to be smug when talking out your ass, Oddish. The only way I know how. How's the shop working out? Not getting any better. See ya. See ya when I see ya. Alright, I guess there's not much to talk to Roy about. Been up for like almost 24 hours. Oh my god, dude. You don't. No. Sleep. Ignore me. Sleep. I feel like we don't normally go this way. Oh, you have tomorrow? Okay, good. That's good. Ready to go now? No. Soon? Not yet. Let's go see Toppy. If we're thinking about the same thing anyway. Also, what's up, Smokey? How you doing tonight? No sleep till streaming. Oh god, I've put up with these camera angles again. Leah, come on in. No, camera. Stop. I've uncovered a few items you might be interested in. Oh, yes? Something else. I wonder what we would make of the pennant. Molding fragment pennant dating from the earliest days of Nebula. I could pick up one just like that in an alleyway. And in one piece, too. You aren't dealing with some gutter rat trader here. Has historical significance! Splintered ancient crystal figurine of the water bearer goddess from Mersey. Nice enough. Still, I can most likely shift it onto someone. I have something of a similar period, I think. Yes, this is it. An iron flask. Carved phrase across the side. Good. We need words. Papa needs his words. One is a broken fragment of text. Drown yourself in this. Can I have my translation for drown? Oh, good. Good. I know how to say drown in ancient. Left a random venom drawing in the Bagwell of SeaTac yesterday. It was pretty good. This has to be cup. It's an iron flask, for God's sake. Yeah, obviously weight. Drown yourself in this weight. Most likely this comes from the same place as the splintered figurine, the incense burner I found before. Should make the unknown, extremely ancient site easier to find. Flask for your splintered figurine of the water bearer. Nah. You ever run the flask was into big gains? You're in the Seattle area. Okay. How is it up there? I am down in the LA area. Incense burner. Bossed with a wing design. We did not show him the crown. I guess I should show him the crown. There's nothing wonderful about that. Aaliyah, I collect silver and gold and strange things, not rubbish. God. No more, no more. There's more, let me look at another time when my eyes have recovered. Alright, I'm gonna show him the crown. What do you make of this? By the stars and all the fishes. Aaliyah, I did not know you cared. Would you like to move in? You can have my room, I'll sleep down here. I sleep down here anyway. Look at this beauty. Do you know what it is? It's beautiful. Alright, that was cute. Happy. Oh, I found the source of your brass artifact. Did you now? See, I knew you were good, so don't hold back now, Aaliyah. Spill what you saw. Quite a sight. Dealy bopper with a shiny whatsits. An ancient market ruined. A market? Tell me, was there more there like the brass device? Was there treasure beyond my wildest dreams? No. Just rubble and ruin. Ah, you shatter my dreams. Still, there are plenty more moons in the sky. Alright, I think we're good here. Bye, Tappy. Your footsteps fall soundly, Aaliyah. One new artifact to trace. Are you ready to go? Yes, we are. Get out of here. It's a skedaddle. Stand by, mister. No, I found a small boy. I can sell him too. Let me see what I have for trade. I wonder what a small ratty boy would get me. Not really. I don't want to know. I wonder if the gecko's going to be there. Or if the gecko's simply taking command of the ship. And we're just the crew. Oh, the toy sword's over there. I really like how they add the artifacts that you find to the cabin. Like, not everything, but like, seems like they're really, like, some of the key items. Like here, I need to get it to the tile. Tile from outside the dome market moon where Amir had been stranded. I know it's broken, but it's still beautiful. You can see the brush marks from where it is painted. Hard to believe it, but every tile in that building was painted identically by hand. Human capacity for inflicting tedium is incomprehensible to me, mistress. Oh, there's the gecko! Hey, buddy! Look, hey, everybody, it's the gecko! Yes, the astrolabe. So yeah, we've got that. I think above the tile is the cloak or the fabric that we found on Renba's Hidden Moon. There's the telescope. The crystal that was inside the wrecked ship is in that little cup there. Of course, we've got the crown of Eox just hanging on our chair here. I believe that's the brooch on the shelf. We've got the wooden sword that we found in the theater on the market moon. Sad the book seems to have disappeared. Wanted to read more. Yeah, me too. I think we might have thrown it over here. There's some books stacked over here, though I haven't paid enough attention to the cabin to know if it started like that or not. But I guess they need an excuse to get rid of it because, you know, logically it would just be chock-a-block with ancient text. And I guess they don't want us translating an entire novel. The nebular version of War and Peace. All right, we are super heading for the unknown ancient site. Then I guess it's off to Heaven's Vault. We'll see. We will see. It's starting to get a man-eater. Is that the shark? Yeah, the shark one. Nice. We seem to be very close, but we got to figure out where exactly it is. Sailing to an unknown ancient site. By the way, is the game too quiet? Can you hear the soulful violin strings? I play a bunch more Warframe. I kind of miss playing Warframe sometime. I really enjoyed Warframe while I was playing it. Seems appropriately quiet. You usually got your stream's volume up. Okay. New Ghost Frame is pretty fun. Because I had to... Hang on a sec. Let me see if I can actually... God. Oh god. Give me my mouse... There we go. Give me my mouse back. Yeah. When I do when I do the retro streams, I have to turn the sound way down because the Elgato doesn't give me a whole lot of wiggle room with that stuff. That should be better. Sevagoth Ghost Pirate? That sounds cool. Warframe was a really weird game. At least when I played it, it could get pretty tedious pretty fast, but man, the gameplay was just... It was so much fun. It felt so good. Oh, wow, this is really cool looking. It's gotten way weirder. Do the Mastery Rank 23 test. Holy fuck, it's hard. Permanent nagging thing, waiting. Oh, yeah. I know how that is. I have to do a thing in this Star Wars mobile game I'm playing to finish working on C-3PO, and it's just like the worst, most tedious shit ever. Because it's a battle you have to finish, but the way it's tuned... Unexplored river to the right? Oh, that looks totally different. I guess let's try it. What's up, Spice? Could be this game is metaphor for video game localization. We could explore. I believe the unknown ancient site is nearby. Of course, there's a shipwreck. It is a wreck from ancient times, mistress. Wait, mistress. Found an inked nebula chart. It's floating out there? One is several words. Can't auto it. If you're asking me about that C-3PO mission, no. The thing is, the way it's tuned, your enemies get to go first, and they get to take a ton of turns, and they basically are guaranteed to kill at least one of your characters. And it's like a total toss-up, because they do a bunch of defensive stuff too. And if like all the defensive stuff goes off, you basically can't beat it. So it's mainly RNG. It's mainly just like attempting and quitting and reloading until you get like until the stars align to do it. Will the chart lead to some Ovaltine? What's up, Ninja Zombie? Seems it's leading somewhere. Highly impressed how you managed to stay off Eox in this game. Fuck Eox. Eox sucks. Miari sucks. I don't want anything to do on Eox. I don't want anything to do with Eox. Sky God, something, life upon the rivers, maybe? I believe you can be confident of your translation for life now. Serve upon as well, good. Warframe thing I have to beat is these mobile capture points and load enemies, like the capture points run around stuff too. Oh, that's cute. Are they really capture points then, or are they like capture creatures? Is it actually like cyber Pokemon when you think about it? Sky God. Bites life. Breathes makes the most sense there. So we'll just try that. Have to catch them by staying there. I think I actually kind of remember that. I think I might have done a few of those before I quit way back when. This is made on the place we're looking for. It must be close to that. Ah, okay, okay. So that'll narrow it down a bit. There's some additional ruins we can check out. What's up, Library Man? Sorry I'm late. MSA major story points? No. We did like maybe 2. I think we've done 2 phrases. No big revelations. We're on our way to the next site though, so you picked a really good time to pop by. Okay, I want to go there. We're just checking out these shipwrecks along the way to narrow down. Apparently, this is a very ancient site. Like, predating everything else we've seen so far. I would guess it dates from the earliest days of the nebula. This should only take a few moments. I recovered a brass lamp carved with an image of a spider. No inscription. Alright, next. Yeah, see? We're marking a bunch of these off. I wonder, can I get to this guy? Let's see if we can get to that guy. And hit as many of these ruins as we can. Yeah, the unknown, extremely ancient site. The ancientest of sites. Does it matter which way we go? It does. Off to the right. Are we sailing around in circles? Not if we follow the path. The sparkles appear to be settled by our passing, mister. Very zen answer. Sweeping them away as we sail. Say. I have to say I'm a major Prince fan. Today is the 5-year anniversary of his passing, so I'm also listening to some niche DJs doing some funky-ass Prince sets. That sounds fun. Timur is always calling me. I think we might have to get through this dialogue first. This is a very particular kind of cleaning, mistress. A ruin! It's a ruin from ancient times. I will investigate. I found a curved wooden shard from a ship's rudder, just lying out there. No inscription on it. Alright, so I guess... Yes, we've narrowed things down further. Okay. Let's see if we can get to this one. Funky. I wonder if there's anything thematic about these sections of the river with very little flow. I guess they're just where the rivers pool. Path turns left momentarily, as should we. I feel like we're in the deep nebula right now. It's so very cloudy. Very dark. Unknown waters to the right, which might also reach our destination. Might as well give him a look. Yeah, the Spoopy Nebula. Never find anything if we stay on rivers we know. How true. How very true. I remember thinking 2015 was a bad year. Then 2016 was the worst year. Then every year seemed to be determined to be worse. Funny how that works, isn't it? It reminds me of a line from Calvin and Hobbes that's always stuck with me, where Calvin was playing with a balloon and it lifted him up into the air and he was floating away, and he was theorizing what could happen, and like every theory he had was the worse than the last, and the punchline for the strip was that's the amazing thing about life, it's never so bad that it can't get worse. The worst year on record is like 586 AD. What happened then? Nice character writing for the robot, varied but consistent. 6 has a lot, like 6 has a whole lot of character. It's really refreshing. Like sometimes 6 is very exacting and clinical. Sometimes 6 gets really emotional. Sometimes 6 gets really pissed at us for disregarding them. Sometimes 6 has moments of intense snark. I think it's fair to expect quality writing from a narrative-based game, but the writing in this has been very, very good. Site appears date from the earliest days of the Nebula Mistress. I recovered a torn river map. Most likely came from somewhere close to here. Found some writing around the surface of a moon. Black Plague, massive volcano eruption caused a mini ice age. Okay. Seems fair. Not getting worse. There's still a huge chunk of things that need improving, and people actively trying to resume the downward trend. Yeah. We could definitely do without them. Definitely do without people working hard to make things worse. Might not be hard. It might. Oh, is that an entire word? We got true right. One of the worst famines in the history of Europe. It contains. So heart is like the noun form of love, which makes sense. All heart. I would have to assume loyal. Loyal and true? I just want Gates to get buried in a hole. Is that so wrong? Nope, not at all. The only sensible response to somebody that downright despicable, full of angry spiders. Don't hurt the poor spiders by throwing Matt Gates on top of them. That's just me. Wait, can I not take... I'm taking a left up here. Navigation system's busted. Recalculate. We might end up going past that one. I guess we'll just... We can always circle back around since they're marked on our map when we leave this site. Whee. I forgot this. I got a text message from Move On. They wanted me to run for local politics in Kirkland. Oh my god. Nav system might as well have Tesla written on it. Well, we haven't run anybody over. Not quite that bad. Where would I be if I were a super, super, super ancient site? Hit another low flow site. Moments like these actually remind me a lot of Spiritfarer. Just the very serene traveling. We're just relaxing and enjoying the scenery. I feel like a lot of games neglect that. A lot of games just warp you to your destination, or they feel like they need to cram in a lot of action between point A and point B. But sometimes it's just, wow, did we just accidentally find it? We just accidentally found it. That's huge, whatever it is. Maybe less hurting, more giving him a good snack. I think it's because I was in contact with one of the state reps for Kirkland when you lived there. Oh, yeah. This is the oldest site I've found. Wow.
We made our way between ancient clustered trees. The air seemed to hang from their branches, dank and heavy, like wet cloth.
This is remarkable, mistress. The place is thriving. What are you expecting to find here? What lies in the heart of a forest? Water, mistress. Wait, where did we actually end up? I think this whole area, I think everything just led here. I think that was it. Thought about going into politics years ago. It requires that I be willing to have every aspect of my life broadcast to the world. Some things I don't want some people know. Yeah. Not just scrutinized, but criticized too. Even if the criticism is like completely off base. The mist. I've not seen mist like this since Meerzi. Yeah, it's a tough thing, and it does kind of help explain why the only people that really seem to go into politics are the ones that just want power to abuse. Way down through here. You won't get stuck in a bush, will you? I will pick my way forward somehow, mistress. And please try not to trip over your feet. I hope I'm not walking in circles. I guess considering the state of Elbereth and Eox, I really wouldn't be used to wandering around this much nature. Is this a path? Unlikely, mistress. A path suggests people, and there is no one here. There must have been people here once. Is this something? Yes. It's a rock. There's something. Marks on the rock. We're not the first to come this way. Look, something's been scratched into the rock and highlighted by the moss. There's a few words in this one. Maybe water for all flows here. I believe you're correct with flows, mistress. Cool. Feels good to complete a phrase like the first time you see it. Done. I don't see any water here, though. Place feels ancient somehow. Even if there isn't anything here. Okay, that's the way I just came from. Where's the way I want to go? Maybe this way? Good thing the ancients only had one language, apparently. The nebula does not seem...
The trees parted into a clearing around a listing statue.
By the goddess! It's the goddess! Nice to see a familiar face. The nebula is not very heavily populated, so... Oh, this is interesting. Also, hi, Alceris. Good to see you, of course. Metal dais. Description. This one is a fractured piece from an even longer phrase. That first bit is new. That's not 4. 4 is back here. Something for the nebula. Water for the nebula? Gives. The goddess gives water for the nebula. Nice. By the stars, that was a long one. Does giving water mean distributing it? Obviously water here. Did they believe the goddess shared this moon's water with the rest of the nebula? A metaphysical explanation for the existence of wellspring? Look at her podium. It couldn't be more different than the setting on Mersey. Although perhaps the shape of that one was made to match this? More like the ramps and panels on the cratered moon than anything else here. Is it some kind of mechanism? Perhaps you're suggesting it rotated, mistress, so she could look around? Hang on. There were little hints about main character having a health issue. Has that been revealed? Yes, she gets out of breath. We almost died on the mining moon because she got so exhausted she couldn't climb back up out of a shaft we climbed down. I don't think the specifics have been mentioned, but yeah, she is in poor health. Some kind of lung condition, yeah. Shards of glass at her feet. And a hole going down into the mechanism. Whatever this was, it's filled in with dirt. A lamp, perhaps, mistress? To light up the statue? But why would anyone want to do that? Humans are quite obsessed with lights, in my experience. Maybe people are like moms. Sheer lung, thank you, that was it. I had totally forgotten about that. Roy would love this thing. Do you want to take it apart, bolt by bolt? Is that what she did to your third robot, mistress? I don't see how that's relevant. There's another disc on this side, but this one's intact. Reminds me of something we've seen before. If I can just remember what. Strange thing. The glass is warm. Curious. Perhaps I could take a closer look, mistress. Yeah, perhaps you could. Try not to break it. Try not to break anything for a moment, mistress. Yes, most interesting. So? There's a strong radiation emanating from beneath the glass, mistress. Radiation? Outside your visible spectrum, but it is there. It's 5G. Its signature is very familiar, mistress. Evidently, it's the radiation generated by a hopper. And this is a hopper source, similar to the one at the Withering Palace. A hopper? Out here? Hoppering what? Evidently, is impossible to tell. A hopper signal cannot be disentangled until it reaches an eye. But something below the ground is being transported right now, even as we speak. Can I use this hopper? Go wherever it's going? It might go across the nebula itself. This hopper is directed at something underground, mistress, and even if you could make your way down there, the signal from this hopper, it points towards Eox. I think it's transporting water. So this place is hoppering something to Eox, but what? Something underground. But you're serious. This place is where Eox gets its water from? And if I were to shut this place down, please, mister. I do not like to consider it. If the people in Elbereth knew, Six, honestly, I don't think they'd hesitate. It shut it down, then traded water for work in the fields. Then I do not suggest we tell them. And I shall personally inform Professor Miari at the earliest convenience. There's a third disc here. So only one of these hoppers is still intact. Where does this one point? I am unsure, mistress. Somewhere we did not find, perhaps. What happens if a hopper signal is blocked? The connection no longer exists, therefore transfer does not occur. Whatever might have been relocated is not. Something here. Stones? No. Shells. Like the ones from the necklace we found outside the hermitage where Renba died. How did they get here? So we could actually change the fate of the nebula right here. Perhaps the ancients used shells for currency. Is that an absurd idea? Not absurd. But any currency which can be grown is unlikely to work well. Oh, 6, let me tell you about Bitcoin. We are indeed going to change the Nebula 6 using the blockchain. So quiet, so still. I detect endless movement, mistress. Leaves, insects. Ceaseless. Yeah. Start minting NFTs of all the shit we find. I feel like the goddess is looking at me. Or looking this way. Is there something around here? Strangely enough, mistress. There is something under the dust here. One moment. Waters above. A hatchway. Man, I was hoping for something more on this moon. Here, along the side. We'll need to separate these. Robot entrance. We found the robot entrance. Convinced my translation for entrance is correct now. Bit grossed out by how many artists are embracing those fucking NFTs. I don't blame them. I don't actually blame them. I don't like NFTs any more than I like the whole cryptocurrency fad for how destructive it is, but I definitely don't blame the artists for trying to make some money off their work while there's a chance to. So, yeah, exactly, Mike. Artists have been chronically underpaid. Yeah. I certainly hope that the whole NFT thing falls apart just because it's a net detriment to society, but I hope some deserving artists can make some money off it before it does. Does that mean you can open it? Perhaps, mistress. If you could step back, mistress. I can't move her and she's not moving. Really, mistress? Indeed, there are connections here that fit. The mechanism is similar to those in the ancient mine and the cratered moon. There. Why is there a hatch in the middle of a forest? Because there's something underground, mistress. Thanks, 6. Oh, symbols inside the hatch. But it isn't ancient. Some kind of diagram. Lines, nodes. I don't know what it is. Can't make anything out. It's darkness. Let's see how far this goes. The distance is about 7 meters, mistress. Any idea what's down there? Sounded like water. There's some rope aboard the ship. There is. Approximately 3.5 meters of rope. It would not achieve anything. I mean, if this is an entrance, there must be a way down safely. If the entrance was intended for robots, I would anticipate a ramp. You try jumping in. You can always hop her out again. Hoppers act on line of sight, mistress. The hatch is not looking at anything. You've got a hopper with you? I carry a source, mistress. What does the source do? The source disentangles a given material form and then the eye refocuses it. There might be other hatches nearby. Maybe one of the ladder? I would hope you have had enough of climbing down ladders and underground death traps, mistress. Oh, sick. Never. Last thing I want to do is buy the nebulous rights to the picture hosted by someone else until they decide not to host it anymore. Perhaps the site was once entirely underwater. The shells we found lived here. Oh, I have another prompt here. So this was a hopper too? Presumably so, mistress. Blocked now by dirt and forest detritus, but curiously angled. There's nothing in this direction. We're at the edge of the nebula already. Wait, this hopper's aimed to nowhere? This hopper source, it would appear to be pointing in a direction similar to that of Renba's telescopes. This hopper's pointing something outside. We need to get this working. Perhaps the Heaven's Vault itself. There's warmth here. Not much, but a little. Maybe this one's working underneath the dirt as well. The eye this hopper transmits to is most likely a wellspring. Warning. How do we get there? The site this aquifer once fed? The site, if there is a site, is across a vast tract of dead space, mistress. Short of wishing a river into existence, I do not think we can get there. So this is the point of no return. Oh, so the hatch is an access panel. An underground reservoir. Robots could go down and clear it if it became blocked. Most likely a robot was positioned inside. Okay. Well, let me search a little bit more here. But you have collected nothing of significance here, mistress. Well, it seems the place was linked to Heaven's Vault itself. I'd like to activate the hopper now. No. Oh, is this just where we came from? I think so. I think that's the path I took. Oh, here's something on the ground, though. Spores, mistress. There are mushrooms growing down there. Broken planks, too. Almost entirely overgrown, but not quite. They've been worked, jointed together with nails and screws. Shaped, planted, riveted, lacquered. Part of a ship of some kind, maybe? Perhaps, mistress. But it does not resemble any ship hull I have seen before. Must have been small. Too small to sail, surely. I cannot imagine a boat of this size catching the wind effectively. You've surely found all this site has to offer. You're ready to go now. Don't hassle me. Brush aside the dirt.
I brushed away dirt and scraped away the moss.
Something here. A silver telescope engraved with a depiction of a circle. Dating from the earliest days of the nebula? This thing is strange. I've never seen anything made to this quality before. The casing has been etched with characters in ancient script. So you think the Heaven's Vault is an ark parked outside the nebula? The gods of the AIs running the arks? You should go back and tell me about everything you found. Do we know exactly what an ark is? We haven't really seen The only thing that could have possibly been an ark is that large shipwreck that Renba excavated. But I don't think we ever actually determined a purpose for that one. You have some leeway. As long as you're still on this planet, you should be able to undo what you do. But make a change and leave the planet, you're locked in. Ah, okay. I think I get it. I think I get what this is going to do. This says vault will not rise. Offer? No, save. Us. All. Vault will save us all. I've got a good feeling about that. The vault will save us? Save us from what? A great darkness? I think this comes from the same source as the scratched amulet and the fragment of sail we found earlier. This should make the possible site of Heaven's Vault easier to find. I found one more ancient artifact. It would seem this site was connected somewhere else. No! Shut up, 6! There are more symbols here. Water garden? That's complete. Water garden. Does that tell us what this place is? I don't think it does. Are you ready? I'm going to shove 6 down that shaft. Can't imagine such a ship surviving the rigors of space, mistress. In the discoloration, I would say this boat has been in water. Anything else then? Shh. I heard something moving in the trees. Most likely, mistress. There are animals here. What kind of animals? Multiple kinds, mistress. A large number of types are required for the system to be sustainable. As I understand it, they eat each other. You don't eat, I suppose? I have not needed to yet, mistress. How do you keep going? I'm powered by a small reactor of some kind. I do not know how it works or how long it will last. Much as you might say about your own heart. Yeah, the more the robot wants us to leave, the more we should not leave. I'm in strong agreement on that point. I think we've been down through here before. Miners freed from the robots from the underground chamber at Withering Palace, but why? Oh, there's something. Curved mark. That's interesting. Here. Curved marks, grooves, in the stone under the moss, overlapping like the scales on a snake. Cracks? From some kind of enormous stone grinding creature? They will be from the blade of whatever tool dug this canyon, mistress, although I cannot think of anything capable of carving on this scale. Are you— No! Don't hassle me. I think this canyon was dug? Naturally. Entropy creates planes, mistress, not winding channels. But how? Why? Did the ancients pick their way through the rock with spoons? How, I do not know, mistress, and why is very much your area. I guess with the way ecology works in the nebula, they wouldn't be familiar with erosion in the creation valley. As we assumed for a moment there was one, it didn't survive. An empress took over. The Steel Empire ended and the Oxian Empire began. As for the robots, They were buried under the plaza in the Withering Palace. But Marwal, a few robots must have been kept around by the emperors, in places like the site of the Withering Palace where they couldn't do any harm, until the Fallers came to the Withering Palace and turned the robots against Eox. So Leah's starting to put together the whole scope of history here. How is it possible you remember the Withering Palace? I cannot be sure, mistress. I think I must consider the matter more. Roy could help you. You don't want your friend poking around inside my core. I'm well aware of what happened to my predecessor in that shop of hers. Would you allow a mares and pig slaughter to perform a heart operation on you? That's not the same. Maybe not for you. What have we found out so far? We have traveled to the ancient aquifer, the most ancient site we've ever seen. It turns out that they are, whoever established this place built a goddess statue with hoppers set in it that hoppers water from an underground wellspring around the nebula. There are 3 hoppers attached to her. Only one is still functioning, and it hoppers water to Eox. You know what state 3 was in when I gave it to Roy? The thing was catatonic. Oh, that's right. 2 are still functioning, 1 is blocked. Did your friend repair the robot? I wonder how far this forest stretches. The whole moon, mistress. Like an apple bristling with mold. You've got a real thing against life, haven't you, Six? Go that way. Six doesn't appear to be keeping up with us. Yeah, it's pretty clear at this point the path to Heaven's Vault is from here. All this life going on without knowing how removed it is from everything else. You know, Rumba must have seen that figure of Kibenya. He must have seen the goddess on Merzi, too. But he didn't think to take it to them. He was too concerned with his own finds. I wonder if I had met him, if I would have liked him. Probably not. I mean, Renba did strand those people. Well, he let the one guy get crushed, and then he stranded that one woman at the excavation site, so... We've managed to intuit that Renbo was not a very good guy. Mazwai we found at the Withering Palace. If it's not from Eox, where is it from? I believe the text is new, but the paper and binding is old, mistress. The pages have been scraped to provide a new surface upon which the Mazwai text has been written. Are you ready to go yet? No. Renbo was a proper Eox. Maybe he had no choice? Where's the binding and paper the Mazwai come from? The same site as a few other artifacts we have found. Somewhere ancient. I feel like I haven't really seen any indication of that. A bench of the week. If the Eelite aboard Renba's buried ship was quarried in the Eelite moon Renba found, they must have been quarrying there long before we thought. This is a large place. No choice to leave the woman there and not tell anyone, hey, yeah, exactly. What do robots know, Six? When they're activated, I mean. Most things, mistress. They are unlike human children. They talk and move fluidly. They don't know history. They don't know who built them. No, mistress. At least I do not. I feel like we've explored most of the nebula. There's definitely some areas around here. Like there's some spots around here that we could explore. We could travel up this flow and see what's up here. Yeah, around Mersey, there's this region here that we haven't really explored. There wasn't anything else down here that I'm aware of. I think maybe what we'll do, maybe we'll leave here for now. Tool around for a bit, hit the rest of these ruins, and then come back and activate the hopper and see what happens. The more we play, the more lore of Rolkbo we discover. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I think we got time to do that. The robots know. Mistress? Something someone said to me. Perhaps they were thinking of the ethical core. I want to find another hatch, but I guess that's not happening. Are you ready to go? Yes. Fine. Do it. We'll be back soon. Very soon. I guess we are going to finish this tonight, actually. Rolkba is apparently not a word, but Rolkba is. Aquifer serving the nebula via hoppers. I wonder who set it up. Now to look at that inscription I found. We're making leaf crunching sounds in the ship. That's pretty funny. Alright, let's keep going. Probably an IKEA table, especially in all caps. 6 is sad. Maybe he knows our time together is ending. Shoes just covered in leaves, yeah. Oh, we're actually gonna head off in this direction. Okay. Well, I'll set course for here. Set course for... Set course for... Fine, I'll plot a course to Elbereth. Gives a shit. Good evening, Nemrin. How's it going? Explored rivers to the right. Yeah, where even the hell are we? Let's head to the right, see what happens. There's not a lot of mapping happening. Sailing around the nebula is entirely too calming. Very, very, very relaxing. Oh Lord. Bless the moons! Oh God! Where are we going? That was a thing. Alright. We're going again? Call me until you hit the rapids. Where the hell are we? Okay. Ah, alright, so this catches here. And then it's gonna take us through here. Okay. Take the next left. Oh, there's a right here. Where'd the right go, I wonder? Time to find out. Well, the clouds are really pretty here. This way. Oh, sounds like we're picking up. Oh, God! My goddess! I have to wonder how she's not used to this by now, though. She's done so many of these. Wow, this one's really cool. You get quite a view of the nebula from here. Ah, we're up here. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright. I'm gonna plot a course. No, I don't want to plot a course to Elbereth. I want to plot a course to the cratered moon. Can I plot a course to other places? Can I plot a course to Mersey? Eox? No? Well, this is going to be difficult. Alright. Right. We'll take 2 rights and a left? Will that help? Not really. The roller coaster become boring yet? Have we checked the kid hasn't been sold yet? No. Never seen anyone leave the forest moon without heading to Heaven's Vault, so this is new territory for me. I don't want to go to Elbereth. I want to go... I don't want to go anywhere. I want to just explore. The game's being a real dick about this. Okay, I think I'm going to have to go down past Mersey. So we'll take a left and then a right. I can still go where I want. It's just, it's going to be super annoying if the navigation is constantly like, you missed a turn, you missed a turn. Because I actually kind of like the navigation to help me get, like, into the general vicinity of the things I want to explore. We'll go left here. Yeah. Yeah, one of my few gripes about this game is the navigation system. Like, I want to just turn it off. Or be able to just point it anywhere in the nebula, not just major locations. Maybe like Burnout or Carmageddon, ignoring the wrong way and pretend it's part of the environment. But there's no pedestrians to scoosh here. So it kind of, it affects my focus. There were zombies in the UK? That's funny. I think the navigation system is the one biggest gripe that everyone has about this game. Well, I'm glad it's not just me, story writer. Also, hi. Good to see you. All right, we're gonna want to take as many rights as possible. And then I think we're gonna go around this. No, we need to go deeper into here. Oh, this is gonna be kind of a pain. Oh, what did I just say? Right, so we want to take as many rights as possible. Forgave it because the rest of it was so good. This is a really great game. I have really been enjoying this a lot. Depending on how onerous the exploration is, we may just head right back to the Forest Moon anyway. Wait. Oh, no. Wrong. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, next right. Beginning to regret this decision already. Rick goes left. I go right. So from Verdant Pass. Oh my god. Yeah, I actually... Honestly, I just want to go back to the Forest Moon. This is kind of a pain. Can I even tell it I want to go to Mersey? No. Use nitrous to go faster. You got this little sail sweep, but that's about it. Alright, since we're up here... I think maybe it wasn't so straightforward because there's something else to uncover before returning the Forest Moon, or is it just bad game design? It's not that it's not straightforward. It's just that the whole navigation system... It's just the whole navigation system is like really kind of annoying. Because it won't let you... It won't really let you pick It won't let you not navigate somewhere. Like, if it would just let you specify a location, I don't want to go to... The funny part is it won't even let me go to Mersey. I don't want to go to Mersey. What I was trying to do was get over into this region. It's always been annoying. It's being really funky now because it'll only let me go to Elbereth. And I don't want to go to Elbereth. Like, I want to set the destination at the cratered moon. It won't even let me do that. So, I'm going to, like, okay, I'm going to exit out of this. This is... What does restart game do? Probably shouldn't do that. Once you go there so bad, I don't care. There's this overarching theme of being babysat in this game. That, I mean, if that's like a major part of the... Oh my god. If that's a major part of the theme, okay, fine. Game, give me my fucking cursor back. It is so aggressive about stealing your cursor. Okay, we know. We know. The game locks you out of certain areas once you complete the stories or plots in each area. Really? Okay. I don't know why it's after this. I think you legit hit a point of no return. Okay, well, let me go back. Okay, well, let me go back to the aquifer. Oh, okay. So we're already... Okay, yeah. Well, let's go to Eok. No. We can only go to Elbereth or the Ancient Aquifer. Okay, well, we're going back. And actually, I'm just gonna let 6 take us. I don't want to mess with this anymore. I just want to go. You're a rebel in your recent selection. 6, if you're gonna be such a dick about this, you drive.
To the forest where the goddess waited.
Alright. Clear the hopper. It's definitely warm down here. I think. There. Is anything happening? Perhaps, mistress. A very faint flow upwards. Something maybe in the sky. Needs more water. Have you sailed before, 6? When I connect to the winches aboard the ship, they do seem to fit. I wonder if I once enjoyed sailing. I hadn't realized it actually locked you out, though I do remember the 2 unexplored ruin sites near the market moon disappeared when we left there. Mistress? I believe we can make a path for ourselves. The water in this place can be made to flow. A flood could become a river. I believe we can make a river here. Why didn't you say so earlier? Okay. Well, apparently we can't do it here. Do we have to divert water from Eox? I'm actually okay with that. Can you remove the glass, 6? Well, I could smash it, but I do not think I could lift it free in one piece. I don't want to break this thing and dry up Eox by mistake. The last disc we saw must have worked to hopper the water away. When they're all blocked, it's got nowhere to go. Oh. Wow, okay, so the only way to get to Heaven's Vault is to fuck Eox up. Line of sight. Simple as that, then? Now the water in Eox is drying up? Not yet, mistress. There's still water in flow. But soon. Cannot wait to tell the professor about this action of yours, mistress. Wait. Mistress, you've broken something. What kind of something? I can't see properly. I'm detecting deep movement. Echoes from below. Mistress, I can feel the water rising rapidly. Well? Is anything else happening? I'm observing, mistress. Hold our nerve, 6. Already the hopper all the same. The place was built to create rivers. From a wellspring below up into the nebula. Rivers to Eox, elsewhere, but the rivers have been drying up. And the hopper is filling up with dirt. Where are the robots that should be tending this machine? This thing isn't going to make my hand fall off, is it? It quite depends how long you stand there. Something else is happening. I cannot tell what, yet. Wait a little longer. There's more water down there? I believe so, mistress. There must be a better way of blocking this thing. So I'm not stuck here like this. Water level is rising, mistress. It will soon force the issue. Mistress! The water appears to have stopped rising, as though the pressure below ground has dropped. And mistress, something is forming in the sky above us. I need something I can cover the disc with. That was a wooden box from the dome market moon. There's a new river above us? It would appear so. May I activate the hopper now, mistress? I guess if there's a river above us, we can go. Stand still, mistress. So we left the lonely forest as the waters began to engulf me. So I wonder if this is how all the rivers are made. Water around us is dissipating once more, mistress. Without you there to hold the waters back, the moon has returned to normal. Are you sure we can form a river? No, mistress. With the water from the surface, it would need to go somewhere. Curious. The rivers here are not quite as they were. There's a very faint new flow. Where does it go? Away. Somewhere distant. To Heaven's Vault? I do not know, mistress. But surely it must be. From the hopper I cleared out? It is hard to say for sure, mistress. A new river? Not a river. A trickle. Alright, so we have to go back. We actually have to cover the thing. There's a chance to make a river. I want to do it. There's a way to reach Heaven's Vault from here. I want to find it. You create a trickle-down effect. Oh my god, Reagan was right. How depressing. Place could make a river. All the way to Heaven's Vault, perhaps? Heaven's Vault was a pyramid scheme the entire time. I wonder if we should actually seal the hatch. Well, it's not an option apparently. We better have the option to cover this with something. Oh, wait, there's something over here that I apparently never noticed. A rock. Perfect. Nice sharp flint. I am not going to smash the glass. We'll cover the disc with the box. Here goes. Surface is flooding more quickly. Most likely the level did not entirely fall last time. The new river is beginning to form once more, mistress. The water level has leveled. The river is definitely taking shape once more. Okay. So... fix interstellar travel by setting a rock on a thing. Yeah, box, actually. So, can we go? We done here? Did we do it? Back to the Nightingale. History is full of actions. Good, bad, lazy, smart. We're leaving. Stand still, mistress. Whoop. Box Reaver. Alright. Do we have a river to sail yet? Water from below is disentangling around us, mistress, is beginning to flow. We have made a new river, mistress, or recreated a very old one. Perhaps it will flow all the way to Heaven's Vault. And Eox? The river to Eox is gone, mistress. It will not come back. But after we sail this new river, mistress, there's no reason to assume there will be a way back. We'd better find out. No, it would have been neat. What would have been neat? Do not think we have a choice. We're already moving. Each New Game Plus gives us different... Oh, like, next New Game Plus is 7. And then if you do it again, it's 8. Alright, we're on our way. Well, people have talked a lot about New Game Plus, but I still don't know... how the game launches. I guess we're going to find out tonight. I guess we'll find out how what we're doing connects to New Game Plus. No way back, is there? Is there? It seems unlikely. Whee! Whee! Grab this for the Switch. Nice. Good call. Oh man, laying in bed, deciphering ancient texts. Sounds lovely. This game's successful enough to see another iteration version. Yeah, Inkle seems to forge ahead with new concepts a lot. But what is... Oh, okay, they all go to the same place. Oh no, you missed your turn! By the wind! Wah! 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 Yeah, I'm aware of the loop. And I think that theory was discussed earlier, too. Right now, I'm just incredibly intent on like where this is all ending up. I really want to see what we're getting into. Brother may have some loops. Thank you, Librarian. It's just this game has had a really good story. It's been really interesting. That's got to be it. This game has been like really interesting. And I'm just... There's been so many hints and clues and plot threads, but really nothing definite about what this is. There's a moon out here in the dark.
We had followed a strange and winding road through the loneliest reaches of space. And on the moon at the end of the path was nothing.
This is the scene at the beginning of the game, isn't it? It's a desert. Hoping for... I don't know what. Is it a butt? There's a lot of wreckage around here. Ships? So? What do we do now?
But now, I didn't know if I could return.
We climb. I was thinking about Timor. Timor wanted me to take over from him, doing whatever it is he does on Elbereth. Would you want to? Perhaps this is an old road. If there's anything here, it's up there. But Mistress, I'm not sure you will survive this climb. Your lungs, they've been getting worse. You have sheer lung, don't you? You always have had it. I live with it. I was born with it. Lots of Elberethians are. The one thing my parents did pass on to me. Look around, Six. Doesn't matter out here what I've got. Mistress, you cannot simply ignore reality. Don't tell me it's impossible. Because I didn't come this far to turn back now. Yeah. I know that shape. Kibenya. I always said she was truly ancient. Oh, there's something here. An inscription! On the card here is ancient. Remember that horror game we played that opened like this, running in a canyon? This is the prequel. It's totally easy to ignore reality, as it turns out. When... or May... Hang on. Whoa! This might be where we use plants finally. Where plants grow strong as... There my translation. Finally, we got the word for plants on Mersey, I think. It's taken the entire game. There's gotta be trees, right? The plants grow strong as trees. That will do for now. Or we got so spooked running underground, it was full of blood and body parts. Oh, people back at Mares, you would not believe it. Perhaps this is her home. Yeah, check her solvables. That was Amnesia Rebirth, wasn't it? That had to be Amnesia Rebirth. Solvable. No! Oh, we have quite a few, actually. Goddess bless plants. Amnesia Rebirth was a good time. I enjoyed that a lot. This book contains history of all that is true. Cool. So that was from the big book that we managed to pull off out of the burned library. On rivers of light we sail forever. Winds can change. Copper bell. Oh, okay. The prequel Amnesia Rebirth, all of this was to get us there. Alright then. Songbird sings and gives joy all. Confirm joy. There we go. Steel Empire Mine. Your work makes rivers flow. And the moldering pennant. Drown in stars is blessing. To drown in the stars is a blessing. Pretty heavy. All right. She's not a very good water goddess. Look at this place. Just thinking about Huang. You think Mina and Huang will form a bond? I don't know. Something here. A wooden hatch. Nothing like as fancy as the one in the forest. Filled in with sand. But still, I think it must have once been a well. Guarded by Kibenya. Only why would there be a well here? Surely there was never any water here. Perhaps there was. There's a river to this place. There may be water here again soon enough. But look at this place, Six. It couldn't be more desolate. Many years have passed, mistress. Too many to be sure of anything. What if... And this is just a thought. I could be very wrong about this. What if... Oh, she's getting tired.
And then we began to climb. I fell silent, saving my breath. The robot purred along behind me. The wind offered little secrets and then snatched them away.
What if civilization started here?
But something was wrong.
What if this is where they got all the water to form the rivers? What if this is the source of the rivers? And they dried it out. Six, I feel fine. The climb, it's easy. Perhaps I've grown stronger? Perhaps something about this place has made me well? Plot twist, we're about to find Cain's tomb. Seems there's something wrong with the gravity here. Ooh, is there Eolite here? No, mistress. Whatever field the Eolite was storing, that field wraps around this place like a cocoon. So the Eolite... Whoa, okay. Whoa, okay. So the Eolite doesn't generate lift. It holds the energy that repels gravity. And perhaps the source of that is here. The Moon King Ghidorah. Structures like the metal crater we found, but the materials are quite different. What if these are like the original machines used to make the rivers? What are they for? Was it a tower? It's ancient. As old as anything. The walls, mistress. They're inscribed in some detail. No symbols. Fragments of images in the rust. Etched with some kind of blunt blade. Carved in later, I think, than the metal was made, but worn down by the sand. Six, can you make anything of these etchings? I will take a look, mistress. Can you read it? Wait, mistress. Did we just Planet of the Apes ourselves? I'm wondering if Heaven's Vault is the origin, of society in the nebula. Well, did we break 6? 6? 6? Hurry up! Tell me something. It's a cookbook. His man is soylent green. I can see this. I see them tell me that history is a fantasy now. I'll never see it, of course. Alright. No one will. Sick, seriously. I think we broke him. All we need to do to break 6 is show him a fucking picture book. If only we had known. Ah, mistress! I believe I have some sense of it. Tell me a story, 6. The etching tells a tale of a group of gods who strode forward across a wide desert from a place of much water, bringing water. They caused the fields here to be fertile for a time. Strode? A god with feet? Perhaps, yes. A village rose up around the god to worship the god. The god demanded tribute. I cannot tell how often. A tribute of people. And then the god was killed. That's a surprise. I didn't think God stood for being killed, and the god is above us, mistress. I think this mountain holds the god's tomb. Let's go bother a god. Oh, that's a great line. Let's go bother a god. Robots know ethics, speech, but nothing that only they know? Perhaps robots once knew more than they know now. Do you like other robots, 6? I have not spent much time with them. But you've met some? A few. They've always struck me as rather predictable. Yeah, the gods do not have feet. None of the set, well, the 6 gods we've seen in full do not have feet. I can't tell you about this the Vault God, because the only instance of it we've seen is buried. The Sun Goddess, complete with inscription. Sun Hi Hi. Got a few of these words in my notebook. Sun. It's like lift. So rose high. High. Time and many. High old sea? Concept of a sun is this old then. Oh, the reaching god. That's the top. Not far now. It would have been hilarious if the vault god being upside down, his giant feet sticking out of the ground by his ankles. No, those are his feet on Elbereth. That's it. That's what happened. His feet got hoppered away. Something here. You do not regret staying on Elbereth? Not marrying him? No. I knew him when I was little. You should not have asked me. I believe he considered it to be a business deal. Yeah, well, there's an inscription here, so shut up. Holy shit. Hope you've been studying. Alright, damn, I don't think I have that first one. Open. It's... That looks like a long phrase. Something again. Do I have an and? Yeah, and... And comes... Ooh, that might not be right. That might not actually be right. 'Cause there's a little connecty bit there. It might be heavens. Us. Through. I? Of. After? Beyond? Sun. Some stuff in the back there. Old sea? I think that's a phrase. I think that's a word there. Man, this one is something else. Will... Something will open its... It's not I. Maybe I do need to throw an and in there. No. Not heaven? This might be... That might be one word, possibly. I don't remember if we have mouth. We might have mouth already. We have sun in there. Will open. Something will open its something again and come something us through. Of could be correct. Probably right. Sun. Something old sea? Is it even right? There's a never in here. Old sea seems right. Can we phone a friend? I don't know if I can do this one. It's so complicated. And unless I manage to place everything I can... We actually have through? Yeah, we do. The final boss is a run-on sentence. That'd be terribly appropriate for this. This one's weird, because... It's like the... I think that's a word. I think that's supposed to be dark. Through the eye of the dark sun. And then I'm not sure what this should be a word. Old sea. I feel like this should be mostly correct. Something will open its something again. And something us through eye of after fits there? Where's after? Where's after? Eye of After Sun. Oh, that is after, isn't it? Oh my god, that was it. Jesus Christ, thank you, Lodrahai. Oh. Okay, so it's... Okay, it's not after. So that explains that. I believe I remember sun. Old is correct. Let's see. Been wondering something. Why is our protagonist nose so pink? No idea. I think this might be eagle. Eagle will open its... wings again? And... fly us through the eye of dark sun. Across? Old sea? Ooh. Wow. Yeah. Eagle opens his wings again and flies through eye of dark sun across Old Sea. How can the sun be dark? Yeah, the Empire symbol. That's what gave it away. And how does one fly through a sun? I thought the sun was made of fire. Unless the eye is like a hopper eye. The Old Sea. The Grey Ladies sang songs of the Old Sea sometimes, but the words were all nonsense. What are they making me now? Did the eagle and sun originate out here? So long ago? Can't make any more of it. The eagle and sun... So the eagle and sun symbol was in use 4,000 years ago. So we actually have a new section on the timeline now. The first days before the ancient time. I do enough friendships with other robots, if that's what you mean. Why are we still talking about this? I feel the robots might help you understand yourself. Is there face? No, it's just a stylistic choice. Mistress, I do not wish to discuss this further. Really? Why not? I appreciate your understanding, Mistress. Thank you. I mean, the woman's been to all sorts of hostile climates during this odyssey. Makes sense it would leave her face a little rosy. Hard to imagine this place busy, full of life, and yet this is where the nebula began. Ship near Elbereth must have been carrying crystals from the crater site, which proves it was some kind of dock. Please, climb carefully. You're getting ready to be disappointed in Heaven's Vault. Makes sense to be disappointed in Heaven's Gate. This is the scene where the game started. Don't worry too much. I think Manic's right. Her face is more red than usual. Sunburn, windburn, maybe exertion. She seems fine. Could be wrong then. I hadn't really noticed. All? Take a moment before you rest. Take a moment to rest before you walk, Mistress, please. Okay. This is the summit? This is as far as the path goes. Carving here. Another long one. No, that doesn't fit. Sails? Free? Something sails free where sky... God? And... river? Water? Sky God sails free where Sky God and Water God meet? Maybe? I can add my translation for free to my dictionary now. And where must be right too. After this, I'll check and see if there's if there are more solvable ones in our records. The only word that fits here is time, but I feel like there's a symbol for time. I guess combine. Sails free where sky god and water god combine. You're right, yeah. Yeah, it has to be freedom, doesn't it? Because, yeah. Because, yeah, it's the same word as free. It does sound weird, but it's the only thing that really makes sense. Solve able. Oh, the silver telescope. Nebula tells of its paths. Okay. And at the base of the giving goddess. So, okay, so we've confirmed sun. We know the giving goddess is the sun goddess. All right. Place is bricked up. There is something here. To keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? Something written here. Ancient script. This must have been cut in when the mortar was still wet. But I think I can read it. It's very short. Oh, we found it. This is Heaven's Vault. There was the age of sails. People took the rivers, escaped the robot overlords, and rivers are air and water. Sky and water gods meet. Short and sweet. Heaven's Vault. We are here. But there's more here below. Scratched in. It must be a warning. Very long. This is the start of a fragment of text. I don't think I've seen that first one before, have I? Something God. Not temple. This temple will nebula? I don't think that's right. Oh, okay. I think I get it. Alright, so we can confirm dark now. For the love of God, do not free the horrible scourge within geckos. Number 7. God. Inside this temple will drink nebula until all is dark? Whoa. 7th god inside this temple will drink nebula until all is dark. Drink the nebula? The great darkness. This is why Renbo is looking for the Vault 6. The 7th god, whoever that is. The Vault god? The one we were talking to? Heaven's Vault is a temple, set here above all the other gods. The darkness that Renbo warned us about. This is it. Whatever's inside here, that's what's doing it. Draining the forces that drive the rivers. Bringing darkness. Only one way in? As far as I can ascertain, yes. Can I hear anything in there? Mistress? But this is interesting. I can feel a breeze. Must be open on the other side? Open onto what? Push out a brick? Oh, that was easy. That should be enough to climb through. Not for me, mistress. Maybe we'll do this one ourselves. There goes nothing. Beautiful. That's like some kind of pipe work. Oh my god, there's symbols all over the walls. Shard of metal. Positioned like an icon. It reminds me of the sundial on Eox. The curve and the spar. No wonder no one can get it to work. It's older than anything we've ever seen. It must be original. As much as anything can be. Camera, would you like to... Do you have something to tell us? Camera's losing his goddamn mind. Okay. It lets us zoom in on all of these. I really wish you would acknowledge that there's markings on the walls. Ceremonial doors inlaid with the same blue stone as we saw in the library, but that doesn't help me open them. That means we need 6. Six. Get in here. Okay. 6 smash. By the stars. The operation of this door seems simple enough. All the waking waters. What is this? What have we found? This definitely seems like a ship. Another door. No handles, nothing to pull or push. Not magnetic, mistress. Is it like the cat kiss gate? Do I say a word? Venya. Did that work? Holy shit, that worked. Whoa, robots!
The tomb was not a tomb. The mountain was not a mountain. This was heaven's vault.
Melon. If this is Horizon Zero Dawn prequel, I'm leaving.
And it was still alive.
What's it made of? Same as the structure on the docking crater moon? I believe so. You see Master Chief run by blowing shit up. See what this is? There are robots here. Doing what? And why? They're mindless, mistress. Ants. Oh shit, it's talking to us. Whoa, I just heard... I heard a hopper. Shadows, thank you so much for the bits. 6? I don't know what I'm looking at. Nor do I. Though I am quite sure that I have been here before. Every time we pass by one of these things, it makes a hopper noise.
But I'd been forgotten, Joe. I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
I don't think they can answer that. Can you look closer when those talking things? I think we're about to pass another one. I wonder the gravity outside that was wrong. This moon is hollow. It's some kind of box with like a crystal or an eye at the top. They're servos, no face, yeah. They're in terrible shape too. For a second I thought the song was diegetic and I nearly had a stroke. It's incredible. It's like nothing I've ever seen. Like nothing anyone has ever seen. My screen looked kind of like the globe thing you had back on the ship. Walkways over empty space. Are they stable? They've been stable for thousands of years. Wait a minute. Wait. This is the mountain. This is the inside of the mountain. But what is it? It's like a palace. Like a generator, mistress, that we are inside. Okay, oh, hang on a second here. Okay, that's what I thought. These things are moving. These things are moving the bridge that you would use to access this. That you use to access the core. Every time I walk past one of those, you see that bridge over there? It's hoppering it somewhere. Ah, it's right there. Yeah, here we go. This way. No. Fucker! No! Stop it!
Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Maybe this one is stable? This song was actually a prophecy for this moment. Okay. Across, quickly. Okay, apparently that open middle part is stable somehow. 6 is still... Okay, 6 is still with me. It could be glass. There's another one of those machines in here. Oh, there were 6 around the outside, and there's a 7th one in here. No, it's not glass. It's actually an opening. I guess the game just went kind of weird on us there. What do you make of this? It's central to this whole space. Move aside, mistress. Uh, 6, what are you doing? Sick. Are you remembering something? Oh shit. 6 is the final boss. Welcome, Overseer. Tell me, do you wish to vault? You're an eagle. I am the ship. Do you wish to vault? It's talking through you. A recording, the machine. Please answer the question, mistress. Do you wish to vault? Who am I talking to? Yeah, I wasn't expecting vault as in verb form. Are you the 7th god? I am the ship. Please, mistress. It hurts. Do you wish to vault? Are you absorbing the rivers? The great darkness. The river is disappearing. You're doing it? 66% of the core is now recovered. Do you wish to vault? What happens if I say yes? Does something happen to the nebula? Entropy is inescapable. The rivers will inevitably run dry. But we will be elsewhere. The Overseer must answer the question. Do we vault? Let me turn this off. It's up to be. Stop! Entropic loss during recovery has been significant. Further loss will render vaulting impossible. It's very difficult to regain my control, mistress. But the ship is desperate to explain. It believes that allowing the core's energy to simply dissipate will cause great harm, but to vault will also cause harm. It is bound by its ethical core to decide, but it cannot. It is an agony. Wow, okay. Dude, thank you so much for gifting 5 gift subs! I greatly appreciate that. Oh god. So do we shut the okay, so the ship has been absorbing the rivers. The ship has been absorbing the rivers to try and restart its core. I can shut it all down, and I guess that would vent what it has, but the ship thinks that's a bad idea. We could also engage whatever the vault is. Ship really wants to vault. I mean, it's a jump drive. If we shut it down, we get water. If we vault, we don't know. I mean, if... Yeah, the ship wants a decision. It can't make it. If we shut it down, it might... If we shut it down, it's gonna dump something back into the rivers. If we vault, at the very least, the ship won't be here anymore. So it wouldn't be able to absorb... It wouldn't be drawing from the rivers anymore if we vaulted. Yeah, it's gonna dump vault backwash into the rivers. I think we should vault. The coin says don't vault. I don't listen to coins. Alright. Man, okay, this fucking interface is being really weird. Like, I'm trying to walk over here and say vault, and it keeps defaulting to shut it down. I want to vault. If it doesn't let me vault, I'm gonna be really mad, okay? But this is my choice. I wish to vault. This is a vault will leave everyone in the nebula behind. When the rivers fail, they will all be lost. Only we two would escape. But what happens when we don't vault? The rivers fail and all are lost. Yeah. Then I wish to vault. If there's any way to save the nebula, it's out there. We've come this far. We can't turn back now. There's no way back to the nebula anyway. All that is in the past now. And who knows? Maybe out there we'll find a way to come back. As you wish, mistress.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present.
6? I feel giddy.
But the past is just another story.
We're gonna follow Rockwell. We are moving, mistress. Where are we going? We are leaving, mistress. Leaving the nebula.
One that we can always leave behind.
There'll be some premium subscriptions in the new universe. And that's it. We wished to vault. And so we have vaulted. I should have done dog ending. All games should have dog ending. I agree with that. I agree with that. Also cat end. Yeah, they should have a cat end too. Be equitable about it. All right, I definitely did. My first thought about this is I definitely didn't get as many answers at the end as I was hoping to. I don't know how to feel about really being really on point with my call. I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to what you were saying, but the bits that I picked up, yeah, you kind of were, weren't you? So. Okay, regarding the other ending, like that's okay, Marwell. That's okay. Regarding the other ending, I wonder if you dumped out the vault reserves, if it would have allowed you to get back to the nebula. This is New Game Plus bait, getting more info. Okay. If it expected me to memorize these... Sorry. Take a screenshot. Maybe I can translate that myself later. There's an inscription on these credits. Nice. I vaulted. All right. That was that. I sailed to the temple where the gods have gathered to gaze at their faces in deep pools. In my boat, the souls of the years sail with me. How long was the game in-game time? Did we do that? I think there's a couple days. I think sailing took like a couple days between sites. So we were out there for a while. We were out there for quite some time. Getting different info, there are various points where you're very limited in how much you can see and ask. The tweet, yeah, the screenshot sound is very gratifying. In New Game Plus, things you already translated would be more detailed to the point that a couple times I wondered how they fit all that on a small item. Yeah, imagine we did all that in a day. So I bet this takes us back to the beginning of the game. There was a, yeah, okay. Yeah, New Game Plus. Not rewarding. Don't need a tidy ending. Come on. Way to give us a cliffhanger with no season 2. I mean, apparently New Game Plus, like there's a lot of stuff to find in New Game Plus that can flesh some of that out. I can see why people are so intent on New Game Plus, though I do. It's weird if New Game Plus is that important to understanding more of the game, then it's weird that New Game Plus doesn't have like an actual like narrative hook for it. I was expecting something. I was expecting something in the ending to tie into the loop somehow. The implication here is the loop is actually a thing instead of being merely beliefs. That's tenuous as fuck though. Because like the loop is basically something we've like heard rumors of and just like talked about as like a background thing. It has had absolutely no bearing on anything that we've done. The closest we ever came to that was the observation that burying someone removes them from the loop. That was like the only time it was ever plot relevant. Six never completed his mysterious backstory. Yeah, I wanted to, like, we have a rough outline of how robots fit into society, but we never did actually get anything concrete. We don't actually know what happened during the Age of Sail and prior to the founding of the Empire. Right way and a wrong way to put story behind New Game Plus. Racconeer series did right. Nier Automata now we should start Root B. I do want to play through more of this. I think I'm probably gonna I think I probably am gonna do New Game Plus, but I'm not gonna stream it. But I am curious what changes and what additional information there is, especially if you do things differently. Like I could try being like a really good little gopher for Miari and see what that gets me. If I just go out and find stuff and like immediately report back to her. Is there at least one significant thing you missed on your first time through? Some of the info you're saying wasn't there is not locked behind New Game Plus as choices you didn't make. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But I think that's something worth judging a game on too. If it lets you make choices that can lead to an unsatisfying ending without any kind of clarity on what those choices are or what they affect. Starting again, plus you get all your high-level equipment stat boosts. Well, you do keep all of the words. If I remember correctly, you keep your dictionary, right? And then I think Lodrohai was saying some of the phrases that we find in New Game Plus are more complicated. Do you keep your river maps? That's a good question. Are the river maps always... I bet the river maps are always the same. Your vocab stays intact and the items get much more verbose. You respect Haleo and Fire Mage. I certainly don't think this was bad in any sense. I really enjoyed this. I thought this was a really cool game. I really like the structure of it. The only problem I had with it while I was playing it was the navigation system when you're exploring and the little annoyances of the interface. Like when it essentially made a choice for me because it overlaid two options. That I'm still annoyed at that. I think the brooch that started this Holy Emperor ends up this long. Oh, really? That's cool. We get new costumes for Leon 6. Yeah, that's like the one thing that kind of dissuades me from playing this again is I would have to do all the navigation. I would probably just fast travel a lot of places, honestly. First New Game Plus translation you got blew you away. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Yeah, now I wonder. Now I'm really curious about how much is still buried in this game, and if it was actually a good idea for them to bury it in subsequent playthroughs. So, spend days learning about characters and then zap. It ends no resolution. I would not call that no resolution. Yeah. I think Library Man, you may be selling the end short. We found the source of the darkness that was affecting the nebula. But the nature of it was something that we couldn't fully understand. So we had to make a choice based on the information that we had. And the result of that is left uncertain. So I absolutely think the journey getting there was worth it, and I thought it was interesting. The only thing I wanted was more concrete information on the stuff we'd been speculating about, not even necessarily about the ending, but just about the history that we were putting together. And yeah, in retrospect, I don't know how I feel about requiring multiple playthroughs of the same game to get that information. But I can't really say until I do it and see how a second playthrough plays out. I'd like to see what happens if you don't vault. I can't imagine you get I can't imagine it's a whole lot more substantial unless it's like, oh, venting the core restarted the rivers. We can go back to the nebula now. And you actually get to see Aaliyah and Six return to the nebula. But I get the feeling that's not how that ending plays out. OCD would have you trying to translate the whole world and I would die. I think that's actually one good thing about the way the game is designed is you can't do that. You can only make guesses at the phrases that you find, and the more phrases that you find, the more things that you can confirm. So there's no, like, it doesn't really seem like there's a point where you can actually, like, fully translate everything. You're constantly putting together bits and pieces. No resolution the majority of this journey was about. How's that satisfying? Perhaps I'm missing something. The game is called Heaven's Vault. Like, the core plot is what Renba was doing, what Renba was looking for. He was looking for Heaven's Vault. We found it. We found Heaven's Vault, and we found what it was. Like, I absolutely don't see how you can say that's not a resolution to the main story. That didn't equate vault to jump. Really? Even though the eagle robot was using it as a verb. Be honest, this one gets me to play again the same way Oxenfree did, even before they added New Game Plus. In the end, it's the same choice. The path to get there can be so different. Those differences matter. Unlike Life is Strange, where the last choice entirely voids everything that came before. It did at the end before that. Yeah, it's not supposed to before that. You're not supposed to think that. Everything about Heaven's Vault, like, anytime it's mentioned in the text or by characters, indicates that it's a place or a thing, not a verb. It's only at the end where that comes into play. So yeah, you're not supposed to think that ahead of time. The loop is a thing. Does that mean every time we choose to vault, we cause all the history to happen where we land? I mean, that's possible. It's not really much more than a theory, but I suppose it is possible. Might be something here about most stories don't have a neat beginning. Like Aaliyah literally says that when you end the story, is that stories don't have neat beginnings or endings. So yeah, that's very clearly a theme here. Very, very clearly. And I mean, the whole game, for the entire game, you're just you're piecing together like bits of history with no clearly defined beginning or ending to anything that you're doing. So yeah, it's absolutely a central theme. So I guess for me, I'm just questioning if that was actually the best way to go with it. Oh, and she said that at the start too. I forget all the bits of that opening scene. Helps. I don't feel like I had a full understanding of the history until after playthrough number 3. That's a lot of hours to sink in. I can totally understand why someone would want to put in that many hours to get everything out of it. Okay. I'm gonna level with y'all about something. I've actually never liked the whole New Game Plus concept, personally. I get why developers do it. I get that developers are trying to give players a way to get more mileage out of the same or similar content, but it's never been something that was attractive to me. Even classics like Chrono Trigger, where like New Game Plus is actually like a huge part of the story, I didn't want to. There have been very, very, very few games in my life where I have, after completing it, I immediately wanted to go through the same motions and the same gameplay again. In fact, I could probably count those on one hand. Games that as soon as I beat them, I went back and played again, and it was I remember the original God of War was 1. Because I loved the act of playing it so much that I just wanted to keep playing after it was done. And Fear was the same thing. And neither of those have New Game Pluses. They just have different difficulty levels. So, New Game Plus, I guess what I'm saying is New Game Plus itself has never been a draw for me. Like, if it's not the kind of game where I want to keep going through the gameplay, New Game Plus is not enough to bring me back. You really want to know what was with the kid in the basement tomb thing in the palace? I think by the end, I remember Leah saying something that the basement tomb in the palace was being excavated. It was people were excavating it. Oh, Aaliyah was never willing to go down to the bottom of that because she heard something moving around down there. I wonder if it was robots. Gasp. New Game Plus is fun in the right games. It keeps getting sandwiched into place where it's not an improvement. Get where they do it. Also, do not like the New Game Plus idea. It sales tool in a way to fix bad. I don't think it's a way to fix bad game design. I do disagree with that. I think it's a way to extend the life of a game that wouldn't otherwise have that much. Like, if Heaven's Vault was designed as a more conventional narrative adventure where where you didn't have to make choices, where you could find like all of the inscriptions and all the definitions to all the words, and you can tie up all the plot lines, and you could get all the information about every historical event before completing the game once, no replay value. Unless you really, really, really liked walking around and piecing together the same puzzles over and over and over again. So, yeah, for me, I get why they did this here. And I think aspects of it are smart. I think the fact that the inscriptions that you get on subsequent playthroughs are different, I think that's smart. It's still not really very enticing for me to go through and do it again, honestly. I mean, I'm gonna try it. I might be wrong, and I might end up really enjoying a second playthrough, but it's just, I just have a natural aversion to it. I think part of that may be a lot of New Game Pluses don't really change so much. They just add additional difficulty. Or they change like one or two things, and it really doesn't make much of a difference ultimately. Also, just like New Game Plus, only this game and Bastion have enticed you ever play. Bastion didn't. I adored Bastion, but I didn't play through that one a second time either. I like how Yokotaro uses New Game Plus in his games because the content just keeps expanding. Didn't mind New Game Plus in the Draconeer games or some of the Resident Evil. Do like New Game Plus. I like the ability to see content I might miss the first time. The ability to see what changed in round 2. The ability to experience the game in a less grindy manner if it involved that. Extra challenges or showing off stuff that devs think was cool seem okay to me. Retrying 12 hours of gameplay for additional hour of content seems exploitive. Yeah, I think that might be near to where I fall. And I think some of the games where I have done New Game Plus have felt like that. I think it was Castlevania Aria of Sorrow had a New Game Plus where they changed things, and I played through it because I wanted to say I had 100%ed the game and like found all the stuff, and I think that one disappointed me because it didn't change very much at all. There were just like a few new items dotted around the map that you couldn't get in the normal game. So, doesn't Dark Souls rely on New Game Plus? It doesn't rely on it, no. Yeah, it's something that's available. There's no, I think the only thing that changes in Dark Souls and New Game Plus is difficulty. And it's required if you're going for some of the achievements. Because some of the stuff you need for achievements, you have to get multiple times, but you can only get a single time per playthrough or something. It wasn't Belmont mode. It was, I guess it was Chaos mode. You were still playing through a Soma. It was harder. It let you keep all your stuff from your first playthrough, but there were new items. There were some, like, if I remember correctly, Death's Scythe, you could only get that in a second playthrough in Aria. New Game Plus doesn't grab it. I do think it's worth looking at people's interpretation of the game and reading about paths and items you may have missed. The story's a lot deeper, and what I think you get on a first run is worth reading about. That's what's bothering me about this game. I really... Like, on the one hand, I do think it's cool that this game has a New Game Plus, and that it lets you take different choices and different routes through the game, and there are new inscriptions and all that. But at the same time, like, I can't help but feel personally disappointed that I can't get more of the story without New Game Plus. I think that's just a personal thing for me. This is the only game I've watched you play that you've disagreed with me on. I love that. The ending of this game was just lame, hated it. Still a fun journey. It was a fun journey. I think I really do think, regardless of what you think of the ending, this is a game worth playing. I really did enjoy everything that I did in this game, and I enjoyed it more the further I got into it. The navigation notwithstanding, the navigation definitely got worse. Everything else got better. I was getting more and more into this game the more that I played it. I wish sailing the nebula wasn't such a pain in the ass. And really, if they just changed navigation to where you could tell the game where you want to go, I think I'd like it a lot better. Dark Souls itself doesn't push you towards New Game Plus. I think there's a school of thought among some players the entire first run is a tutorial and the real game is a new game. That's stupid. I'm just gonna say that right now. I have always despised the real whatever starts here perspective. I just think that's dumb. Like, yeah. That is one thing about games and gaming culture that I will always decry. I hate the idea that the real game doesn't start until X. Like, when you start playing the game, you are playing the game. I feel like this game had more story to give, wasn't really effective in making sure you got the whole thing. No, I think that's the point. I think that's a core part of the design, is that you are not going to get the full story the first time. Like, it sounds a bit from the people in chat who have played this game before. It sounds like there are decisions you make that give you access to certain parts of the story and lock you out of others. So that it's simply not possible to get the full story the first time through. And that's the part I don't feel great about in the overall design. I feel like Inkle has always been more about its dialogue and writing than actual gameplay. I can't help but love them for that. I mean, anytime I see great writing in games, and this game did have great writing. This game absolutely had great writing. I got as annoyed as I was with him at times, I really enjoyed seeing Aaliyah and Six interact and the way they would discuss things. I think you're actually the first person I've seen not get that one particular thing. Yeah, it's interesting. You're like Lodra, your observations about this playthrough have been really interesting, because you mentioned that I did a couple things that you'd never seen streamers do, and at the same time, it sounds like I missed something really, really obvious, or easy to get, or something. And that's interesting, and it's, you know, you have to take that into account when evaluating the structure of the game, you know? For a narrative-driven game, for it to be that easy to miss, like, really central parts of the narrative based on choices that the player makes, like I have to wonder, maybe some of those things shouldn't have been choices. Maybe some of them should have been like necessary elements of the main plot. Once you get in the deep lore of Dark Souls, I think there's some stuff about the cyclical nature of time that suggests all this happened before and will happen again. It's a Shrine of Cotton Eye Joe. I just wish you'd seen one particular thing. I think you would have enjoyed it. You did skip almost everything involved with Miari. Yeah, when I play this again, I think I want to spend a lot more time on Eox. Was it the party for Renba? Was that the thing? Does like no, it wasn't that? Okay. I was curious about that. But I was so mad at Miari that at that point I just was not willing to go back. What's up, Emerald? You did! I'm done. I finished a playthrough of Heaven's Vault. I wouldn't say one, I'd say we finished it. Did once have the idea of a game where finishing the story unlocks a surprise second story? An upside down story? What's planned for Monday? I guess we'll be starting Yonder. I know okay. So since I have compressed things down, since there are no longer discrete Emerald. Since there are no longer discrete chill nights, the stuff that was voted in for chill nights will go into Mondays and Wednesdays. So on Monday we will start Yonder the Cloudcatcher Chronicles, which that's fair, Emerald. That's fair. Which I've been very much looking forward to. I know Donut County was what was actually voted on. I'm asking for your unsubscribing. I'm asking for your patience with Donut County. I need to pick it up for PC. I would really like to wait for a sale because I did buy it on mobile for my kids to play, and I've never been a fan of double dipping. I want to save some money. That's all. Donut make us wait too long. I know. I splurge on everything else. Like it's fucking analog Super NT. There's an AVS back there. Spent hundreds of dollars on old Nintendo games and shit. Was Donut County pretty neat little adventure game? The story of a trash panda. Thank you, Silver Mike. Can you figure out how to stream the mobile version? I know how to stream the mobile version. It would also require money. There is an app you can purchase for iPhones. It's basically a mobile extension of OBS. It allows you to use your phone as a source in OBS. I could go that route. It's not that expensive. It's like $18 or $20. I also don't really want to stream mobile games. It's something I've thought about in the past, but I've decided I don't want to. But yes, I for anyone that doesn't know, yeah, Manic, if you are interested in streaming mobile games and you use OBS, there is a relatively cheap app that you can get that turns your phone into an OBS source and apparently makes it very easy to stream like this. BlueStacks. I hadn't even thought of that, actually. I hadn't even thought of that. Well, okay. I don't. The other thing, now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm giving this some serious thought, I don't think Donut County has discrete save files, and I think for me to play Donut County, I would have to delete my daughter's save file if we played the mobile version anyway. So let's just hold out for a sale on the PC one, shall we? She would be nonplussed with me if I did that. Unthrilled, you might say. Do not delete, daughter. Sorry, honey, sacrifices must be made. Best she learns when she's young. Oh my god. What? Okay, I think the game is tired of being open, so we can all enjoy this screen for a while. Make her watch. not the worst I've ever felt in my life, but one of the worst. One of the worst feeling moments in my entire life. I accidentally deleted my girlfriend's Kingdom Hearts save when we were in college. My college girlfriend. I still actually think about that from time to time. She was really, really enjoying Kingdom Hearts, and I basically just killed it for her. Yeah. I know X26, I know. Yeah. I will never live that down. Did it cause it did not no, it did not cause a breakup. But I felt really bad about that. That's why she is not your wife now. What a drama. Here, let me find you a hanky. You love playing Kingdom Hearts, right? Well, now you can do it again. I think ultimately I ended up feeling worse about that than she did. She was shocked, and then almost immediately she was like, yeah, that's okay. Maybe I say she was really enjoying it. Maybe she wasn't actually into it that much. So. But I've carried that guilt in my heart for the last 15, 20 years. Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is a very polarizing franchise. Mostly secret. I mean, that could be too. Maybe maybe she was playing it because she thought I was enjoying seeing her play. I don't know. Nah. Now that I say it out loud. The original Kingdom Hearts game was good. Other games were good. Turn plot into gibberish. All right, see you later, Em. Good to see you. Spiritfarer update. Yeah, I saw that. And I also saw Spiritfarer sold 500,000 copies now. So good on them. I'm glad that game worked out for them. So. What a tragedy, what a shame. Guess I can stop playing now. That's your bag? That's not your bag. You don't have to like Kingdom Hearts. I don't particularly like Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is one of those. It's probably one of those few games that I would not actually give a second chance to. I don't think playing it again would improve my opinion of it. Old Final Fantasy games, sure. We'll give that a try. Other old JRPGs, why not? Shut up, Steam. Going back to Kingdom Hearts, not happening. No chance. Yeah, dude. 500,000 copies. I love my girlfriend because I know if I did that to her save game, she wouldn't dump me. I think so. Yeah, Spiritfarer was great. Worst thing about Kingdom Hearts' role as a cog in the Disney media empire. That's not really Kingdom Hearts for all. True. I mean, it's. I don't think Disney ever really did anything with it, did they? They just kind of like signed the rights away to Square Enix. And after it blew up, they were like, great, good, keep doing that. It's not, yeah, I don't remember Disney doing anything on their end to really capitalize on Kingdom Hearts. Just like how the entire thing is literally a web of you gotta do this to understand this. That's, I burned out on Kingdom Hearts 1 before I got to the end, before I finished it. And then I remember very soon after that, like just a flood of like supplementary Kingdom Hearts games coming out on the GBA and the PSP, and then Kingdom Hearts 2, but it hinged on all this stuff that was in the mobile games, and then there were more games that built on weird fringe stuff that was in Kingdom Hearts 2, and I was like, yep, out, nope, not for me, nope, bye, goodbye. I watched a PS5, but only on the condition of platinum. Nope. I don't even want it. Save it. Shove it, even. And the best things about Pandemic, one of the really only beautiful things was playing Spiritfarer with you in chat. I'm happy to hear that. It was fun. It was really fun. And Yonder, if you're not familiar with Yonder. Let's see here. Let me sell this to y'all. Here we go. Unwind and enjoy the slow life in Yonder the Cloudcatcher Chronicles, a relaxing open-world adventure game. Yonder is set in the world of Gemia, a natural island paradise with 8 distinct environments ranging from tropical beaches to snow-capped summits. Open-world adventure, exploration, crafting. maybe kind of Breath of the Wildy, but even cuter, I guess. So yeah, we'll be starting this on Monday. I've been wanting to play this for a while. Voted for Yonder. It's not super deep. There's a lot. Works for me. I could use something like this right now. I've loosely been considering going back to Breath of the Wild. Just because I've been kind of in the mood for something like this, so it's good that we can go ahead and start it on Monday. Love to see Oddish do the PS1 trilogy of Siphon Filter. That's certainly not outside the question. I never played those games. Yeah, Mana can take the PS5. Make him play Kingdom Hearts. All right. So anyway, since we're talking about the schedule already, he'll do it too. He will. Tomorrow night, more Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain. It is apparently possible that we may finish the game tomorrow night if I don't get hopelessly lost. So we're not finishing the game tomorrow night, but I will try in any event. On Friday will be our April community night. The community, that being you, has decided we'll be playing Rogo, which I will also show you right now. It is a adorable little roguelike by the creator of QT, Happy Snake. I can't imagine this is gonna hold us over for a full 3 hours, but I have other roguelikes, even cute-ish roguelikes, that we can play as well. How's the Final Fantasy grinding coming? I haven't started. Okay. Y'all need to understand. I've been like super stressed and wigged out pretty much all the time. Besides the time that I'm spending streaming because of house stuff and work stuff. So, are we at Angband? No. Actually thinking about playing Mid Boss on Friday too. If you guys are interested in that. And then maybe revisiting some other roguelikes if we have time. Maybe like Going Under, maybe Spelunky 2. Those are all cute. Dreadmore. Could do Dreadmore actually. I don't think I've ever streamed Dreadmore. Getting to the end of the game and not being as a quintessential Final Fantasy experience. I'm not going to rule that out as a possibility. Y'all know me, but I would like to beat Final Fantasy again. Recommend the hell out of Rogue Legacy 2. I didn't like Rogue Legacy 1 that much. I wasn't that big of a fan. So yeah, Blood Omen tomorrow night. Rogo and other roguelikes on Friday. Saturday, if we're not done with Blood Omen, we Blood Omen. If we are done with Blood Omen, I'm hooking the AVS back up. We're playing Clash of Demon Head. We're doing it. Finally. And then on Monday, when we wrap back around to Monday, we'll be starting Yonder, the Cloud Catcher Chronicle. So yeah, that should pretty much cover it, I guess. All right, gang, I'm going to find somebody to go raid. If y'all want to continue this conversation, there's always Discord if you need it. My pleasure, Grunt Fodder. As always. Always my pleasure. You know what? Dama raided us yesterday. Our new friend Dama. Why don't we go raid Dama back? Since they are online at the moment, doing things. I'm not wait. There you are. There we are. All right. So yes, let's go hang out with Dama, our new friend. Dropped us a massive and exciting raid last night. Seems like a really cool streamer. So yeah, go make some new friends, shall we? Anyway, gang, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for joining me for the end of Heaven's Vault. I hope you enjoyed it. If not the ending, at least the journey. Hopefully. So. Sorry, Library Man. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night for more Blood Omen and Victus. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.